Hello, my butterflies. Welcome back to QueenTiti Loves. This year is going to be an amazing program year, and we cannot wait to get started. If you haven't checked already, look on our Instagram page to check and see when the deadlines are to apply, and then also sign up on divinedpurpose.com and enter your email address so when I make updates there, you'll get those as well. This year, we are really following strict internal policies because we don't have the time to go that extra above and beyond and kind of catering thing because we all have jobs. And so we all have to run the business the way I really want the business to run. And so we are going into year 5, and now it is time to really test and see if I run the program exactly how I want to, how things will work out. And so work with us, and all I need you to do is make sure that you're following us and make sure that you meet all of those deadlines. So what I am going to be doing today on my face with you guys is just updating my download. I'm going to be refreshing my makeup and then doing my eyes, and that is it. So kind of after I get off work, because I need to look regular, I want to put on my eyeshadow and stuff so I can feel a little more bedazzled. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you share this video, everyone. Welcome back again. The school year has started for you guys, and so you should be checking into and thinking about what you want to do this year that's going to contribute to your future, all that good stuff. And then also thinking about what programs you want to be involved in the community, for 1, yourself, and then 2, to give back, right? Got to start preparing for college and what is going to be needed. When I update my face, all I do is go in with a little setting powder or blot powder from MAC so that I could get the shine back out of my face from the product, and then do whatever I want to do to change the look. Okay, so as promised, let me give you a recap of last year. So last year we had one senior, 3 college students, and 1 freshman. Our freshman is continuing with us. Our senior just started college and was dropped off last week. We are really proud of Olafemi. She decided to go to college here in California, and so I'm sure that made her parents a little more comfortable, although they would have been excited and prepared no matter where she went, or made sure that they prepared themselves, because we did get an update from mom, and it was even difficult or a change or to drop her off, period, right? Because you're dropping off your baby. So I'm sure that's hard. They're not in the house anymore. You're trusting in God that everything you did up to this point, they are ready to go. Okay? So we have 1 also from the previous year. 2 years ago? No, the previous year. And she is now away at college in the exact state that she wanted to be in and doing well. I'll be going to visit her soon because she can't take it. I can't take it like that, but most of the girls are still close to me, and so they reach out and tell me all their good updates and still ask for advice and things like that. And so I'm sure it'll just be nice for her to see a welcome face, and an auntie is always welcome. That's the beauty of being an auntie. So I'll be going to see her soon. We have 1 that graduated from her program last year. What else? I'm trying to make sure I got everybody. And then our first year one is doing very well and did actually go the path of becoming a veterinarian. So she is doing very well. And so first and foremost, thank you to God for everything he has done in their lives. And then also the parents next, they did a phenomenal job with their kids, which made it so much better for us. Amen. And then of course themselves, and then last, divine purpose. We are grateful to be of service, and we are proud to just reinforce what the parents have done and then become like a compass. We're just the compass that puts it all together and can stretch a little bit further in making sure that the girls get what they need. We don't have any males as of yet, but one parent did reach out for their son. And this particular one, he's already doing well too. Football player in high school. What color do I want to use? Football player in high school. Just needs to finish up some things. He is already on a good path, straight A's since he's been born. So in those particular situations, again, we are just the compass to put things together or give that push or reinforce what a parent is saying, and the kid is not listening. I'll be using my Julia's Place palette today. Apparently I've never used it because I don't see any dips. So that is an update on all of our participants. As far as what we are going to focus on this year, it will be STEM. There are so many avenues available in STEM, and there's not enough melanin representation in those spaces. And sometimes it's just about seeing and believing, right? Seeing that someone that looks like you, representation is everything. Seeing someone that looks like you is in those roles, and then knowing what they encompass. So it's not only about, doctors and scientists only, but especially with the evolution of the digital world, there's so many paths that are available that students can take. And so we want to make sure that they have that information. So yes, this year we are going to be heavy on the STEM. Of course, if a child wants to do something else, please make sure they also enter the program. But we will be teaching on STEM and what those different things look like to ensure that at least while they are making a decision, they know that there are options out there that they may not have thought about just yet. So again, just representation and letting our kids and parents know what's out there. Let me give you an example. Examples always work. So an example is, I had a parent whose child wanted to be a doctor, wanted to work in the medical field, but also was heavily interested in journalism, right? And so they kept trying to get her to pick what she wanted to do. That way she can go to the best school that aligned, right? One, I reminded the parents that when you first go to school, although, you don't want to transfer, you generally want to go all 4 years, the opportunity to do so in the case that it's needed, you can, right? Just want to make sure you could be able to transfer the classes that are taken, because generally you take like general ed when you first enter college. The other thing was, again, in the world of digital and all this other wonderful electronic and all the things that actually the C word that we just came out of created even more opportunities in the media and online space. But what I share with them is that even if the student wanted to do something major in medicine and then minor in journalism, there are articles that are written that are used in medicine, right? So you can do both. And so for this particular student, they were also interested in politics. And so that would translate really, really well in our underrepresented communities, to be able to bring back the information that's really important as far as medical as it relates to our communities. And so the opportunities that are out there and where things can go is really kind of endless. You can do a combination of things. I shared with them that I have the 4 degrees, and they're in different things, but they all go together, so that I opened up what I'm able to do. Me being able to transition from human resources right over to operations, it was a breeze. And in fact, I got paid more to do so because of the type of degrees that I had and then how I utilized them in my prior roles. So the opportunities are there, and they're much broader than what we are accustomed to having available at our fingertips, which is another reason why we keep our girls so close to the vest with us, because they are the ones who keep us connected to what's going on in the world, the different likes. And so we can start to take a look at certain things based off of what they tell us that they like and where their interest is and things like that. So again, it's about having the knowledge of what's out there. And just to be clear, that's where there's a village type of thing becomes very important, because I hope you don't think that me by myself, I know all of these things. I don't. We get the information, we do our research, and so we as a board are forever growing and forever learning, and it's based on the people in the program and what they tell us that they want. That's how we build our skill set and our knowledge as well. So that is where we're going as far as the program and what will be the main area of focus. It will actually be STEM. As well, it will be community involvement, and then laws that greatly impact the underserved communities. Those are the things that we will be focusing on this year, because I want the impact that our participants are involved in to be something that is and should be important to them, because it is their community, and also something that they will be able to feel, touch, and be connected to, because it is important to them. That's, to me, is the best way to allow for all of the participants to feel connected and grasp the information more, right? It's much easier to understand something if it's important to you, if you have an interest, some type of connection, then it becomes easier to connect, absorb, and have the passion for it a little bit better. And so that's what we'll be doing. Additionally, the last thing that I'll be focusing on is really growing our reach and getting back out there into the communities where we can stay connected as a business to what is going on in our communities on the level of, going to City Hall. Elections is coming up, so understanding what is important to those people who are on the ballot and will be in control of what our youth, what is impactful to our youth, and just how they feel about different topics. That is really important. It's also going to leverage my reach in being able to get inside of these schools and talk to kids directly. Again, social media has such an impact, because social media is showing our children different things that are out there that we otherwise, or that they otherwise would not have had an opportunity to see. And so I want to counter that with, let me show you what else is out there that is actually reality. And that is me bringing with me a tattoo artist, or me bringing in with me a doctor or a scientist, or just the different people that I know, to show the people or our youth that there are so many career opportunities out there. They're not all just made available to a particular type of person, but it is just building those relationships and getting out there, even building relationships on social media, the people that you follow, that the reason why the hashtags are there, so you can find particular information and get to know more about it. Hopefully they'll utilize the opportunities that are available in Divine Purpose to also engage with people in particular career fields, and like ask us how to do it. Do we know them all? No, but I'll reach out to anybody for my kids. And then they'll be able to see, this is possible, this is how I do it, this is who to talk to, that type of thing, right? So it could become real to them. So that is what I want to do as far as being more attached to the community and entering schools and the city hall. So I want to be able to walk onto a campus and have connections that I can ensure that our kids get the right information. And to me, getting the right information includes making it relatable and making it so that they can understand. I can't tell you how much information that I got in high school, junior high, and it was like, well, I told you that. I thought you knew that. And then I'm thinking to myself, oh, okay, so you guys weren't good communicators, because if you went to college for X amount of years to learn that, or you had a book to tell you that, and you thought you just telling me once was going to make me remember that, you know, did you make sure that it connected? Did you follow up? Did you like really drill that into my head? And one of the things that I can remember so clearly is my knowledge of Divine 9, and that is becoming a Delta. My knowledge of just what that looked like, how far it stretched, the true beauty in it, the opportunities in it, just everything about it. I just didn't understand. And had I understood, it's a couple of things that I would have done differently. And number one is, I either would have ensured that I went to a HBCU, I would have ensured that the college that I picked had deltas on it, or I would have known that I could charter. I could charter as well. So it's just different things like that that change your experiences in life, and it's just because you don't understand. And then for people that say, well, why didn't you ask? If you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what to ask either. That's why it's so important for those of us that do know things to give that information, download as much of it as we can, and really make sure that it resonates and that we probe for the right questions to be asked. I correlated to me telling somebody, or somebody telling me about computer, actually anything with computers. Y'all know how to type on one, but if you just started talking to me about a program or download this and do that, I wouldn't know what questions to ask. I wouldn't know it. All I know is that when it's time for me to do something, I get the instructions from my job, they tell us how to do it, and I go in and do it. I don't know what it's for. I don't know. And here's the reason, because I don't speak that language, so I don't care. So it's not important to me until something happens. That's usually when things are important to you, is when it happens or you realize you missed something or you're trying to catch up. Well, I want to be more proactive in the community, especially as it relates to the opportunities that we offer our kids, and really ensuring that they understand all of their decisions and what is a result of their decisions and what exactly are you looking for. So more than just what do you want to be, well, why do you want to be that? Oh, you want to be that because you want to make a lot of money. Well, I mean, that's good too. Don't get me wrong, as long as it's something that you like. But if it's not, what else can this child do so that they can not just make a lot of money, but where's their passion? Because anything that you do is going to be hard, right? But you choose your heart. I can tell you that it's a lot easier to go through your career and the challenges even of school if it's something that you like, because it's holding your interest. So the only hard part is retaining so much in a little bit of time, or the amount of work that is there. But the passion is there, so you want to learn as much as you can. I mean, look at how long we sit on the internet sometimes and end up down a rabbit hole on YouTube or something like that, because it's something that sparked our interest and we just kept going, right? It's the same thing with your life and your career and what you choose, your education, everything. You gain more knowledge and become a said guru because you went down this rabbit hole and you learn things. And then with learning things, you want to make sure that you share them as well. And that way somebody will share with you too. It's just a little bit easier if you do it for a passion. And I want our kids to choose what they really, really love versus what they need to either make it out of their situation because their family needs something from them. Totally understandable. But I want them to love what they do at the end of the day. I don't want them to get to a certain age and then you're rethinking your career because you didn't ever follow your true passion. And so you've been waiting this whole time, you know, until your kids was out of college or whatever it is that we do when you come from a underrepresented background and you're making decisions based off of survival and based off of need, right? And then creating a sense of urgency and not entitlement is the other thing, because a lot of students lately are missing deadlines because their sense of urgency is just not there. And so, you know, no matter what your parents do or no matter how far we've come in our careers, it doesn't prevent a due date. It just doesn't. And so then when you have to pick from something that you really don't want, there's some reluctancy there to want to do it. That's on you. You keep pushing your life back as much as you want to, but I can guarantee you it's not going anywhere. So if you don't do it, you'll either end up with a life you don't like, or you'll end up really pushing that deadline back on when you could be done. And you technically could be done with college and into your career in like your mid-20s. You really can. And if you do it just right, which you learn the formula and the best practices as a part of Divine Purpose, and I've said it before on other videos, so I won't say it again. You can go back and look at the other video. There are ways to get out of college and ensure that you don't enter into the workforce as entry level. Okay? And so to wrap up, those are the things that we'll be focusing on in the program this year. There have been changes to leadership as well. So the same way that I've talked about being a part of Divine Purpose is supposed to be a stepping stone. I do have one person, one or two people that have expressed, I'm not going nowhere. This is what I want to be developed here. And this is what I really want, because this is my passion, you know, through and through on the giving back side. And so that is okay with me as well. And then some are part of the program, but just not in the same capacity. And so we wish Michelle the very best in everything that she does. We thank her for what she did while she was here. And she is no longer in the role of VP. We are not replacing that role. That role is going to go ahead and go away. We'll repurpose it. And so that is it on that. You will still see her around. You will still see her pictures up because she is a part of the foundation of the organization. And if it's something that you need from her, don't reach out to her. Please reach out to Divine Purpose. And if I need to, I'll reach out to my cousin. But she is not responsible for or a part of Divine Purpose anymore. And so I ask that you respect her space and her new path. And she is really busy. So I ask that you respect that and let us know if there's something that you need from us. And we'll take care of that for you as it relates to Divine Purpose. And then if I need something from her, I will call her. Let's see. What else? What else has changed? Oh, there was supposed to be a gala in September last weekend, and it was not. And that was at no fault of Divine Purpose at all. We booked almost a year in advance, and when we went in with the decorator, we was told that it was double booked. So I'll leave it at that professionally. I was not pleased. And that's all I say. I just don't have nothing else to say about it. I don't even talk about it on a personal level. The level of disgust and the level of yeah. So it has moved to 2023. The location has been secured. Every single thing that was supposed to happen this year will be shifted to next year because we paid all of our vendors and we renewed the contract with the new date. So it will be, I have to confirm the date. I want to get it in writing again, and I have the other one in writing too, which is what got us our money back. As soon as it's confirmed, I will let everybody know because I know that some people would like to make flight arrangements and things like that. The people that were impacted, of course, I compensated them. And everything has gone well on our end. We did everything that we were supposed to. And so next year when we do it in 2023, I'm kind of glad that our person went to school in California because we will honor her. And then due to COVID, we are backed up because of COVID, but everybody was. That wasn't our fault. But we will make sure that we take care of everybody from Talia to everybody. Everybody will be taken care of. Again, everybody that needed to be compensated, paid, alerted, they were alerted that same weekend and paid out that same weekend that I found out. Jesus, doing business is something else, especially now when it's your own. So I couldn't, cut up and act all the way up. That's not me anymore. So that is it for what is going to happen with Divine Purpose this year. The application process is, our application is open. It is up on the internet. I'm going in about 5 minutes to double check and make sure that it is still, I like to double check, to make sure that everything is there. If you need any help, please reach out. I believe this week is when we'll be doing the parent orientation, where I'll be going live, answering any questions that you have, either about the program, volunteering, your child being in the program, us coming out to a school for career day, your football team, your cheerleading team, your soccer team, your anything that you want us to come out to. We are here for the community. And so we just need you to let us know. Our schedules are very tight. So I suggest, my best suggestion, because I am making the schedule now for next year, is that you reach out as soon as possible. If there's a date that you pick that somebody else picks, because this is a community thing, I'll ask, well, hey, you want to do it in Pomona and you want to do it in Chino, is it a way we can meet at a park in the middle and everybody bring their kids to that particular park so you guys can do it together? That's a great networking opportunity and building the community. So I'm going to use my best project management, time management, mama shuffling everything, auntie bank account on low, to make sure everybody is satisfied though. Oh, that's the other thing. When I do a giveaway or anything like that, we are looking for sponsorships with organizations. So that is my main focus for this year, is to really tap into organizations so that they can give back and we can get our things that we like to do for giveaways or even for the program from our community. I will prefer, and this is just me, I would prefer to not have the bulk of the donations, number one, coming from my 401k. Jesus. And then second, not coming from my purse money. Jesus. Or my vacation money. Y'all see how much I love y'all. And I'm so blessed to be able to do it. But we are now at the time where we can reach out and apply for different grants. So if you know a grant writer, please let me know. But that is also what I'll be doing this year. So I'll be very busy for the business to build it up to where I want it to be, so we can start taking some paid interns as well. I think I got it all in. So please join us, volunteers, join us, participants, and get ready for an amazing year of simplicity and making a segue in your life. So we will see you when we see you. Visit us, stop by anytime. No more texting or emailing directly. Go through Facebook, or I'm sorry, you can email directly, just not directly to me, but to the business. Yes, you can. Instagram, you can also go there. Okay, I really believe that's it. So I'm so excited to be back. Queen Titi, you'll be seeing her twice a week. Promise, mean it, love you. Okay, so goodbye butterflies, goodbye. Goodbye butterflies, goodbye. Goodbye.